deal. Well, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. We've got another, Emmanuel, he's saying he heard us. Yeah, I know, Emmanuel, you could hear us, we could hear you. We knew we were live. So, but guys, we're here, we're ready to rock. I hope you guys are ready to rock because this is going to be a fun one today. So, first up, we've got so much going on, and this week has been a huge week for everybody. We've got a lot to talk about, a lot of ground to cover, so I'm going to jump into it right now. All right, first and foremost, Boom Gear. It's here, and you guys have been ordering. Orders have been going out. As a matter of fact, we've had so many orders that we've had to get 2 people to come on to support the person who oversees the store today to help him out and get everything out to you guys. So listen, if you're waiting for something, we've got help on the way. It will be there. And I know that he's got new stuff coming in all the time, but he's got a lot of stuff that is in short supply right now. And so if you are going to get something and you are going to get Boom Gear, go ahead and go to boomgear.com and go ahead and pick up all this hot swag because, man, I know what I'm sporting today, my hot swag, and you guys can get your own. Buy some also, maybe some of you might want to do an order for your team, especially if you're international. I recommend that because it takes longer to ship international. And if you guys can order in bigger quantities and then get it out to your team, that would be great. That way, you know, it's not a bunch of shipping and also a bunch of tracking of orders as well. Also, the international orders are going to take a little longer. We're utilizing a shipping group that they're giving us the materials and so on. So I know that some of that is going to take a little bit longer if it's international, which means we're in the U.S. So if you're outside of the U.S., that means you're international. So if you've got Boom Gear ordered, don't worry about it. It's coming, guaranteed, because we get to see the person who runs the store every day, Tunde, man, and he's working his butt off to get that Boom Gear out to you guys. And again, 2 new people hired, so we're rocking and rolling. And again, many of the things are in short supply, and I know we've got some new stuff coming in as well, but go ahead, get those orders in. All right, anything to say on that, T. Gray?
I don't know if I'm muted. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Oh, okay, cool, man. I'm just so excited. That Boom Gear is so hot. Now I know you guys can't see me. You'll see me in a little bit, but I'm actually sporting my throwback Boom Gear. I got my black Countdown for Freedom shirt on today. Nice. But in any event, the Boom Gear is hot, and you know, I tell you what a great way to represent. You know, I want to give a shout out to Tawana Houston and Jackie Pippins. They're on their way to the meeting in Paris, and they've got their Boom Gear on in the airport, and they've got a contest going to see how many people they can talk to. And at the last count, they had already talked to you, already made 6 new contacts because of people asking them, what is ibüümerang? It's so catchy. It's so attention grabbing. You gotta sport your Boom Gear.
Awesome. Perfect. Good deal. All right, let's move on. Whoop. There we go. Hashtag good. Get out of debt. I am so excited and proud of Jackie Pippins again. And T. Great, you stole my thunder a little bit, dude. Come on now.
I'm sorry, man. I didn't see that. I didn't know. I just got excited, and frankly, caught me off guard. You know, so I had to just kind of improvise. You know,
well, that's okay. It's good. We'll talk about Jackie Pippins again. So again, Jackie and Tawana, they're headed over to Paris, and you know, right now Holton's in Barcelona. He's going to be getting kicked off here in just a few minutes in Barcelona on a Super Saturday. Jackie and Tawana are flying over, and I know that there's another whole crew of people flying over too. And again, T. Gray said they had a competition, and Jackie has on all of her gear. And I was going back and forth with her yesterday, and she was our spotlight on good, which is get out of debt this past week. And I know you guys saw it because you lit it up in Facebook and on Instagram and everywhere else that we had her posted. And so let's go to the next page here. She paid off 2 of her vehicles. The Porsche's already paid off, but with iboomerang commissions, her first check, she was able to pay off the Lexus and the Lincoln Navigator there that you see in the background, those 2 cars right there. And she said she was flying over, she's got on her boom gear, and she said, you know, I'm going to be able to, I said, you know what, you're probably going to be able to pay off the BMW too, because they've got 4 vehicles, and she's going for the BMW right now. And she said, yeah, with everything that's happening, they're wearing their boom gear, all these contacts are flooding in. And I said, man, you're probably going to pay off that BMW by the time you get back from Paris. And she said, yep, working on it. So congratulations to Jackie. And listen, you know, I want to hear from you guys. Who's being good out there? Who is good? Because I want you guys to send me anything that it is that you're doing. If you're paying off credit cards, if you're paying off cars, whatever it is, go ahead and send me hashtag good, get out of debt, send me the pictures, send me what it is that you're doing, and let's get you getting good here over the next few weeks, whatever it is, however long it is. But go ahead and send those to me. You can send them to me at mark@iboomerang.com. mark@iboomerang.com. And, you know, I'm going to have to, and so next is the DTRTs. Now, I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to minimize my screen because this has gone bananas, as T. Gray would say. Gone bananas.
Bananas, baby, bananas.
I can't believe it. Everybody, so many have been sent. So let's say, first of all, what is DTRTs? Because there may be some new people on the call here this morning. The DTRTs are doing the right things, doing the right things. So we're hashtag doing the right things. And when you catch yourself doing the right things, you guys can send those to me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to post them. I'm going to post them on social media. But this week, and we're also going to post it here, and we're going to talk about it here at Flight School every Saturday. And you'll be in the Top Gun spotlight. And I've got to say, this man right here deserved his own page.
Oh my God.
Cesar Munoz is absolutely killing it. Well, in a good way, not in a bad way. Look at this. And so this is, I've got to reduce the screen here. I got to exit out because I've got some notes here because there is so much going on. But you got to see Cesar here, and I've got notes. So please bear with me here because I don't want to mess this up because it's too important, guys. Let's see here. So Cesar, if you have a schedule like Cesar has, look at this schedule. 14 different cities in 27 days. This is, and if you can keep up with this guy, I'm telling you, you'll be a diamond. You'll be a diamond like he is. Because
Mark,
this
I gotta say this, Mark, because what's going to happen is, you know, we have our big event, right? It's coming up at the end of August. Mm-hmm. And people are going to see Cesar and several others getting recognized at high ranks and for big achievements and for making lots of money. And folks are going to say, how did they do that? Right? I was talking with a group of people about this and they're like, how did they do that? But look at his calendar. You know, and people say, well, what is he doing? Some folks say, well, he's got experience in the industry. Well, the only thing that his experience has taught him is that you got to get out there and work it, right? All he's doing, folks, is telling the story. He's telling the iboomerang story over and over and over again to lots and lots of people, and he just won't stop. And look at his calendar. Your calendar will always define your paycheck. And so when you can do 14 cities, what is it, 14 cities in 27 days, you said? If you're doing 14 cities in 27 days, you're going to make a lot of money. And you know what? Some folks say, well, I've got a full-time job. I can't do 14 cities in 27 days. Well, no problem. Can you do 14 presentations in 27 days in your city? You know, how many people are you talking to every single day and just telling the story? He's telling the story, Mark, over and over again. He's not concerned with who gets in and who doesn't. He believes the story. He's passionate about the story, and he's telling the story. He's telling the story and telling the story. And Mark, you know what? Some folks are going to say, well, my iGo wasn't working. Well, you know what? Neither was Cesar's. Somebody's going to say, well, my iDecide isn't working. Not only was Cesar's iDecide not working, but he didn't have a Spanish one until last week. You know, so he has the exact same iboomerang circumstances that everyone else has, but he just recognizes, hey, we're just in that time where we have first movers advantage. And that is, if you want to know what a person looks like who's taking advantage of first movers advantage, it's on your screen right now. Boom.
That's right. Big boom. Big boom. So listen, 14 cities in 27 days, that does not include all of the Zoom calls he's doing. And I guarantee you he's doing 1 to 2 to 3 Zoom calls per day. Per day. This type of production cannot be denied. This type of production gets you to diamond in your first month. In your first, and Cesar, I'm going to give him what is called the Sonic Boom Award this week. So Cesar, dude, I hats off to you. And you are absolutely rocking it. And you are a leader, and you are leading your team. And the speed of the team is the speed of the leader. So listen, I'm going to actually be talking about several of the people on his team next because they made it to Top Gun Spotlight.
Mark, I just want to highlight this because the team is getting it. You know, the flight crew is getting it. So I'm looking at Facebook right now, and you know, here's what I'm seeing. Yarnell McGee, she said, "Be passionate. Don't worry who gets in." I love that, right? Jamal Mumford said, now talking about Cesar, he said, now that's working hard. Exactly. Helena Clemens said, your calendar is your calculator. Everybody write that down. Yeah. Your calendar is your calculator. You know, I had some people say, Mark, hey, I didn't make any money yet. Well, pull out your calendar, right? Your calendar says 0, so your calculator says 0. Right? So I'm just trying to tell you guys, I cut it straight. I'm sorry. This is why they let me talk all the time, folks. You know, and then on the Zoom, JG says, boom, beast mode, out of this world. That's right. That's what Cesar is doing. He's putting an out of this world effort, and his calendar is his calculator. Go for it, Mark.
You know, I love how you said that. I didn't make any money yet. Well, you know what? You do what Cesar's doing, and there's no way you can't make money because, dude, he is killing it. It's insane. And you know, I've talked to Cesar. I've met Cesar numerous times, and he's not a real outspoken guy. Actually, he's somewhat quiet, right? Mm-hmm. So it's not that he's this, you know, this big gregarious, you know, but he gets it done. He gets it done. And so Sonic Boom Award goes to Mr. Cesar Munoz, who is a diamond in his first month. Cesar, keep rocking it. Thank you. Thank you for everything you do for this team. All right, let's move on. Okay, we've got other diamonds to recognize. We got diamonds on the move everywhere. We've got, let's see here, we got Emmanuel Bernstein over here on the right side of the screen in Philadelphia with Mr. Motivator. We've got Daniel and Talita Camaro. So again, Emmanuel Bernstein, he's a diamond. He's working it. I know that he was in Dallas. He's in Philly. He's everywhere. We got Daniel and Talita Camaro. So that's Atlanta and Puerto Rico. These two, this is a power couple. Yeah, they're a team, and they are a power couple, and they're working it. And sometimes they're working it in 2 different cities at the same time. So up there you can see Talita, and I think it's in Atlanta, and then we got Daniel, who's down here in Puerto Rico. But they, again, and this, guys, these aren't pictures from other weeks. This is just last week. Just last week. And I've got another full slide too. So look, they're packing places out. They're packing places out all over the world. We've got Avinash Nagama, who's over in Romania. And I know Avinash is going to be hosting Holton. I think it's in London. Is that correct? Am I right on that, Gray?
Yeah, absolutely. Avinash and Tahid Rahman as well.
Yep. Perfect. And then we got Sam and Kim Bean. So Sam was over in Santo Domingo, and he was in St. Louis, while Kim Bean was doing the Thursday night briefing in Houston last week. So again, a power couple, and they are just rocking and rolling all over the world. So what do we have next? We've got, now I've got to say, listen, the speed of the team is the speed of the leader. Carla Marin. She's an Emerald, and she is in, that's Tulancingo, and that's up there in the left corner. Carla Marin also is doing the calls, the Spanish calls during the week for the big team. So not only is Carla watching what Cesar is doing, she is duplicating what Cesar is doing. That's how you get it. And we're going to be talking about duplication. I know T. Gray has a training today to talk about how to do this and how to get your team duplicated and doing what you're doing. We've got, let's see here, who else do we have? We've got Luis Ventura, who's an Emerald in Arequipa, Peru. And I also know that I've seen Luis Ventura in Ecuador as well. I know that he is going throughout South America, and that's the picture down there in the lower left. We've got Goran Hemstrom, and I know that he's got a partner too. I can't remember his partner's name. And they're opening up Australia, and they're there in Melbourne. And we've got Carlos Gutierrez, who is doing Tijuana there at the lower part of the screen there. And then we got Bev Thinner, and again, she's got her team pulled together. She pulled them together again. I think it was last weekend on Sunday, and they're in St. Louis. And then we've got, and look, if you send me a picture, I'm going to put it up here. You know, we've got Kiara Lasty and Alicia Harrell down here in Houston on the lower right. They just had a small group of people. I wasn't able to get the picture in here, but it was, you know, maybe seven people. And ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and send these pictures to me, because we'll get you on the DTRTs, meaning doing the right things, because they're doing the right things. They're, you know, look, you see all these rooms full of people, but it starts small and it can grow. And it can get bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's how everything starts. It starts small. It starts with one-on-ones. It starts with you getting out there and saying, look, I'm going to, if it is to be, it's up to me. And just getting out there and sharing what it is that you have. It's not hard to talk about travel. Ask anybody, would you like to travel better for less? What are they going to say? Yes. Are you crazy? Tell me what it is you've got. So listen, get out there, go ahead, start the one-on-ones, and those one-on-ones will become one-on-threes. And those one-on-threes will become one-on-many. And then all of those are going to grow into these large meetings like you're seeing here that all of these leaders are able to do. So again, send your pictures in next week. Give me your name. Tell me where you are. And we'll get you up here on Flight School next Saturday on the DTRTs.
Absolutely. Right. Hey, Mark, let me just jump in here because, you know, somebody asked in the chat, you know, how do you do that? Well, it like you just said, Mark, it starts with one. And the one that it starts with is you. So you just got to tell the story. You know, here's the thing. You got to start with being sold yourself. I am sold myself. So get sold, sell yourself on the iboomerang story. And of course, I'm going to assume that you're sold because you're already in, right? You bought in, you joined the family. So good, great, congratulations. Now start telling the story to other people. You know, I remember when Holton started teaching me how to do this back in 2004, Mark. I had just moved to Houston and I didn't know anybody. I didn't. I mean, I spent my entire life, 30 plus years in New York. Right. So I didn't know anyone here, but you know what I did? I just started meeting people. And in that company, I just started telling the story to everyone who would listen. People would ask me what I do. I would tell them the story. And you know what happened, Mark? Some wanted to hear it. Some didn't. Some got excited about it, some didn't. And what I developed was write this down, folks, a professional detachment with regard to the results. I didn't care what a person did. I just cared that they listened to the story. If they would listen to the story, I knew that some people would want to hear it and would want to be a part of it. And so here's what happens. Those people, when they join your business, folks, each person that joins you is not one person. They represent access to all of the people that they know that you don't know. And so now what happens is one person joins you. Okay, now you want to help them tell the story to all of their people. Help them get some people together in their living room. You get in there with the I Decide or the PowerPoint and tell the story. And guess what's going to happen? Some are going to want to do it and some aren't. And what do you do with the ones who want to do it? The exact same thing. And you just keep doing it over and over and over again. And then you start teaching them to tell the story. And this is what happens. It's literally just telling the story over and over and over again. And that's what's cool about this story, the iboomerang story. It's so exciting. It's so fresh. It's so new. It's so different. And if you keep your eye on the prize and not your eye on the obstacles and not your eye on the challenges and not your eye on this thing or that thing that's not working totally perfectly right now, which we're all working on, then guess what happens? This, what you're seeing on your screen, the last 3 slides, this Top Gun spotlight, this sonic boom will happen in your business. Now, again, I'm going to say it again, Mark, your calendar is your calculator. Thank you for that one, Yarnell. Your calendar is your calculator. So what's happening is, you know, what Holton taught me, I filled my calendar up with one-on-ones, Mark. Telling the story to one person at a time. I would tell it to this person and that person, but you know what? Then I accelerated. I said, you know what? I can do more than 1 a day. And so I would do 2 a day. I would do 3 a day. And what I would do is I would cut out travel time. I said, you know what? Instead of running all over the city, I'm going to sit in one spot and have people come meet me. This is why I can't eat at this restaurant in Houston called Luby's to this day, because I got ruined on Luby's between 2004 and 2005. I did so many meetings in Luby's. I can't stand the place. My wife will tell you this, right? Now, but I would have people come meet. One would be leaving, another one would be coming. And as soon as they would get started, I say, here's my calendar. Let's get in your living room. I want you to invite 10 people. Get 10 people to say yes so that 5 will be there. And let's tell the story to those 5. Folks, that's the formula. It's very, very simple. Tell the story over and over again. And before you know it, you'll be standing in front of rooms like the ones you saw on these slides.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah. Miss Janice says, well, what's the story that you tell? What's the story you tell, T. Gray?
Story is about iboomerang and how we're doing something revolutionary in the industry of home-based business and network marketing, and how we're Uberizing travel and how we're Uberizing network marketing, and talk about iGo and talk about boomerangs and talk about the Prib. And guess what? People will go, wow, that's amazing. I want to be a part of that.
Or just turn on the I Decide and let that do the work for you.
Yeah, that story.
Yeah. You could do it the way, there's different ways you can do this, and it's fine, whatever way you want to do it, because some of you are saying, you know what, but I'm not a T. Gray. I'm not a Cesar Munoz. I'm not an Emmanuel Bernstein. I'm not an Edwin Haynes, our global master distributor, or our global master ambassador, excuse me. And he's been everywhere too, man. He just got back from Miami last night, and he's been all over. But, you might not be like that, but you know what? Let the tools do the work for you. Let the tools tell the story for you. So there's also that option too. So, go ahead and work with that. And what's your name here?
Mark, I wish we had I Decide back. Remember back in the day? I wish we had I Decide.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh my God. That would have been so amazing.
Right? All right. So let's move on. We get going, and man, I'll tell you what, it's just happening. All right.
Press the button, Mark. You did it. What I say?
We're just different, ladies and gentlemen.
They say don't poke the bear. You poke the bear.
I'm going to keep poking you. I'm going to keep poking you, T. Gray, because it's a good bear to poke. All right. So, hey, guys, I don't know if you caught it the other night on Tuesday night, but the network marketing industry, again, has not changed in 60 years. And, and is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? It doesn't matter what it is. Okay. But here's what we want you to understand. iboomerang, we're doing it. And we're doing it in a way that we're just doing it differently. Okay? It's not the same thing because, you know, Holton talked about it extensively, so I'm not going to go back over that training, but he talked about how the industry has not moved and how everybody is just recycling the same stuff. And it's time for that to change. And with iboomerang, we're taking it in a new direction. We're taking it to a place that we've never been. As Bridget just said, a fresh vision. And right now, I'll tell you what, the vision that Holton had and that he spoke to me about, and we sat right here on this couch and talked about back in November. And I was like, man, that vision is incredible. And I thought, man, I wonder, now here's the one thing I knew. I knew that Holton would be able to deliver on the vision. And let me tell you something. Not only has he been delivering on the vision, and this team has been, and this flight crew has been delivering on this vision, but we've been delivering on this vision in spades. This has been the most fun thing I've ever done with the best flight crew I have ever worked with. I've worked with some pretty cool companies in Silicon Valley, pretty cool startups and corporations, but this is unlike anything I've ever done in my career. And we're just getting started, and I am just so excited. I gotta be careful. I'm just so excited for you guys because this is different. It feels different. It's different than anything I've done. And like Dr. Latrice just said, it's so much fun. So guys, I want you to start using this hashtag, just different. We've got to make this thing trend on every social channel, just different. Hashtag just different, because it is. Do you guys feel how different this is? You guys are going to be looking back on this day one day, and we're going to be looking at this and saying, God, you remember when we were talking about hashtag just different, and then the industry shifted, and then everybody in the network marketing industry started moving to the iboomerang model? And because they knew that things needed to change and they just didn't know how. But we've got leadership here with Holton Buggs that knows how to get it done. So I am just beside myself, giddy, happy, like a little kid. And I know when I see T. Gray every morning, we go over to our office and I see the team there. We are just little kids, man. We're like kids in a candy store, bouncing around in there, going to each other's office. Oh, did you see this? Did you see this? So I'm going to turn it over to T. Gray now because it's his turn to go ahead and take this call over. But T. Gray, man, love you, partner. Love what we're doing here. And I'm just glad to be working with this team.
Right back at you, brother, man. I tell you what, you couldn't be more right about the level of fun and excitement that we have. And, man, we're putting together, by the way, folks, the coolest office in the world. I can't wait for you guys to be able to come visit us in our work environment where we get things done, where the ideas just absolutely boom. Hey, Mark, I've got some slides. I'm gonna swap out with you. If you wouldn't mind making me the host for a second there. And let's see what we got going on, folks. Somebody said the flight crew is amazing. We love the energy. We love you too, Arona Ashby. We absolutely do. Somebody said they would like a full training on rewards credits. Let me give you the training on rewards credits. When you book trips, you get rewards credits. When you get enough rewards credits, you can spend them like money on trips. Boom, training done. All right, next, where are we? Okay, can I share my video?
Yeah, there you are.
Here.
I'm going to turn mine off.
No, don't turn it off. I wasn't off on purpose. I was off because you wouldn't let me be on. Look, I got my gear on. I got my, let's see, what do we got going on here? Hold on a second. I got my, my hat on here. Let's see, Mark, I got to get your screen. Can you stop sharing your screen?
Yes.
There we go.
Boom.
All right. Perfection. Perfection. What's up, everybody? I feel like I just got here. Okay. Look, hey, look, another throwback. I did this on the video I made yesterday. I'm pulling out my Countdown for Freedom shirt. Some of you guys know what that is. Some of you guys are too new, right? That means you're like less than 6 weeks old. All right. let's get to Sharon over here. All right, Mark already did this part, that part, Oh, okay. All right, time for some updates from the flight deck. Flight deck updates, folks. Take a couple of quick notes. Before we jump into the updates, though, I got an iboomerang fun fact. iboomerang fun fact, everybody. Somebody sent me this article. I think it was Bridget in Jamaica sent me this article from Business Insider magazine. Mark, did you know that millennials are willing to spend $5,000 or more on vacation, making them the age group that spends the most on travel, and Generation Z is not far behind? Folks, you know what this means? See, we keep talking about travel's an $8 trillion industry. The part that we don't say is that travel is going to $12 trillion by 2025. And this is why, because the next age group that's coming up, the millennials and Generation Z, they are spending money. And Mark and I were in a meeting on Tuesday with our data analytics team. And one of the things that they shared with us is that the millennials, their whole paradigm of life is totally different. You know, maybe when we were growing up, it was all about getting a house and getting some stability. These guys would rather live in a ratty apartment and spend their money on experiences around the world, and so that they could post the pictures on their Instagram. And so this is really crazy. So guess what, folks? That just means that we're in the right game, that it's not going away. It's not going anywhere. As a matter of fact, it's getting bigger. It's getting bigger, folks. Come on, get in the game. All right, updates from the flight deck. Real quick, just a couple of things people have been asking. Where's the payout button? Well, we made some improvements last week and we sent some information out. Make sure you're reading and staying on top of things. But the payout button is now in your e-wallet. All right, so to get to payout, go to your e-wallet and you'll find your payout button. Also, another thing that we've got rocking right now, you know, we're constantly looking for more ways for people to pay so that they can get into iboomerang. People want to be in some countries, they can't pay with their credit cards, etc. And so now, guess what? You can pay with Bitcoin, and you can pay with Bitcoin in two different ways. You can do it in the checkout process with BitPay. Get into iboomerang. People want to. And then you can do it in the checkout process with BitPay, or you can actually do it by means of payout. And what's cool is if you do it by payout, you can do a number of different cryptocurrencies. You can do Bitcoin, Ripple, Dash, etc., Ethereum, Litecoin. So let me just kind of give you just a quick thing. So the BitPay part is super clean and easy. You just go through the process like you're normally going through to enroll. And then at the checkout, you can choose to pay with a credit card, or you can choose to pay with BitPay. And BitPay will allow you to use Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash, right? This is great because we've got people like in Singapore and people in Malaysia, you know, are joining that way because, you know, they know how to get Bitcoin, which is not really hard to do, and be able to get in and use it to get in when their credit cards are not working. Same thing with PayApp. We've had several people, you know, follow the instructions that we published on how to do that. And all they're doing is they're opening up a PayApp account at payout.iboomerang.com. And then they load that account using their Bitcoin or other cryptocurrency, and that turns it into money. And then they just transfer it from their PayApp account to the company PayApp account, and we give them a voucher so that they can join. So those are two different ways. So I know that there's some folks right now in Africa having challenges with their credit cards going through. They can use one of these two ways to be able to join the company. So, and we're continuing to work on more ways that people can get in. We want to make sure we have a big wide open door so that everybody around the world can join our iboomerang family. All right. Also, we are doing some amazing things. Mark's team is doing some amazing things. It's incredible what the whole flight crew has been able to accomplish in just 6 weeks. But what Mark's team is doing, you know, Mark, what you guys are doing on your team over there in marketing is both good and bad. You make us look so good that people forget that we're only 6 weeks old, because we look like a 5 or 10-year-old company already. So great job, man. And we just want to say we appreciate you for getting us I Decide in Spanish and the PowerPoint presentation in, I think it's 8 to 10 languages now. You just put Chinese up the other day. Thanks, man. Hats off and big round of applause to you, man.
Thank you. Thanks, T. Gray. Love you, brother.
Right back at you, man. All right. And then the last thing, and this is a very, 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 very important thing. Please, everyone, pay close attention right now. All right. So the monthly subscriptions, we were supposed to start running those last week. And we had just some technology coding things that we had to fix, because remember, the way the monthly subscription fees are going to work is we're going to look in your e-wallet first. Right? We're going to make it easy for you, so try to leave enough money in your e-wallet so that your $49.95 or your $99.95 can come from there instead of having to go on your credit card. But you still need to set up your secondary means of payment. So go in your back office, your iboomerang back office, click on My Profile, and then click on the tab that says subscription. And what you need to do is set up which card you want to use for your subscription, okay? And what that means is that we're gonna try your e-wallet first, and if it's not there, then we're gonna go to whatever you put in that subscription card area, all right? So please do that today, all right? Do that today. Be responsible for your flight and put your monthly subscription house in order. Somebody said, why do we have that? Well, number one, what we pay for as TSAs for iGo is a fraction of what it's really worth. And secondly, we pay so our customers, so it can be free for our customers. See, when you understand the big vision of this company, you'll understand how big this concept of getting customers is. We're the first company in the history of network marketing to launch out in the first month and have 20,000 plus distributors or 20,000 plus TSAs and have over 24,000 customers, right? Those 24,000 people are not in the business. They received a boomerang from somebody, right? And they're activating those boomerangs and they're booking travel. And you know what? Our travel partner is blown away by the amount of travel that's been booked by our TSAs and our customers already in just 1 month, right? But you want your customers to have an insane experience. You want your customers to have an Uber-like experience. So now what did Uber do? Uber said, here is our app. They didn't charge you anything for it. And Uber said, it's free for you to use it. It's free for you to try it, and it's free for you to keep it. So Uber doesn't charge a monthly fee. Facebook doesn't charge a monthly fee because those monthly fees would cause customers who are not in the business to ditch the app. So if you want it to be free for your customers and you want to have unlimited amounts of customers for free, well, then you pay, right? So that's what we do. We pay so our customers don't have to pay. And that is super cool. So everybody make sure you set up your monthly subscription. Go ahead and do your housekeeping. We've been doing ours. Now it's your turn. Make sure your team does it, everybody. And then we'll be set to go. So we're going to start running those on Monday, and then we'll be good to go on a regular schedule after that. All right? Okay, good. So those are the announcements on that part. Let me take a look at the chat group to see if there's anything we need to respond to. Bolivian Carter says, I gladly pay. I love it. I love it. Lucretia Lawrence says, free plus free equals unlimited customers for me. Look at that. She's rhyming. I love it. Way to go. Let's see what's happening in the Facebook over here. The Uber of travel. And Christine Marsolia says, it's a fraction for what we get, and so our clients have nothing to pay. Got it. Christine, you got it. You understand the concept. Fantastic. Marlon Troy Hurd said, one of my team members' customers just saved $500. Folks, you have to understand what that means, because he said one of his team members' customers just saved $500. That means that his team member just made $250. That's a whole lot of face cream. It's a whole lot of shakes and vitamins that you'd have to sell to make a $250 commission. I hear you laughing, Mark.
That's funny.
Yes, absolutely. And then Kimberly Phillips Roll. Kimberly says, she says, plus on top of that, T Gray, the I Decide is worth it. She goes, that's like web hosting for 3 sites. Boom. All right. So I love it, folks. So I'm glad you guys get it. Spread the word. Let's make sure we have our house in order. And, you know, we're trying to avoid a big customer service.
T Gray, here's another one. What
Yes,
business
sir.
can you sustain for $1,200 a year?
Man, exactly.
That was from Belvian Carter. Belvian, you got it.
You got it.
That's the entrepreneur mindset right there.
Yes. Oh my God. I'm telling you. All right, cool. All right. So let's go ahead and rock and roll. Let me keep this thing going because it's time for us to get into some training. Are you guys ready? Okay, here we go. Time to rock and roll. We want to talk about today the ibüümerang success ladder. One of the questions that we've been getting is, how does the rank system work? How does the rank system work? And so let's go ahead and dive in and show you how to climb the ladder, how to get to the top, how to go diamond and beyond, like Cesar Munoz and so many of these other leaders. All right. So it starts with the ibüümerang executive ranks. I'm just going right into it, folks. So just keep up. Listen fast because I'm going fast because we got some stuff to cover here and I want to make sure that everybody gets it. All right, cool. Let's see. So we have the ibüümerang executive ranks. And what we're going to see here as we go through these ranks is the top part of the slide is going to go over the qualifications for the rank, how you qualify. Okay. And now you can see there's a number of different qualification metrics that come into play. First, you're going to have the active TSA count, right? There's multiple ways to qualify for each one. You can qualify based on how many active TSAs you have. Now, what is an active TSA? That is a travel savings ambassador who is current on their monthly subscription fees. Okay, so look at it that way. An active TSA is current on their monthly subscription fees, and so some of the folks who co-signed a little bit ago, you know, those are the kind of people that are going to maintain a strong group of active TSAs because the leader has the right mindset and they'll teach it properly to their team, right? When you have a leader who's crying saying, why do I got to pay a monthly subscription fee? Well, guess what? That is a person who's not going to have a group of people who have a group of active TSAs. All right. The next thing is active boomerang customers, right? You got to be a product of the product. You got to be somebody who believes you're not in this company. You're not going to be a person who's talking the talk, but not walking the walk. You're going to have active boomerang customers of your own. What is an active boomerang customer? That is a person who has activated their boomerang membership, right? So it means that you sent them a boomerang, that they went to igoboom.com, they plugged in the code, and they put in their information, and now they have their boomerang site. That is considered active. Active doesn't mean that they booked travel yet. It just means that they have activated their site, okay? Next, you're gonna have group volume, right? That's the total volume being driven from your organization that starts from your personal enrollment tree, right? So this does not include spillover volume from people above you. It only is going to count from the people that you enrolled and the people that they enrolled and the people that they enrolled and so on and so forth. That is what group volume is, right? I didn't want to say it, Robin. Robin said this, Mark. I didn't say it. Robin said it on Facebook. She said a leader, quotation marks, who was complaining about the monthly fee is not a leader. I stopped myself from saying it. Robin said it for me.
I saw that and I just liked it and I hearted it and yes.
Right? I mean, Robin, I'm going to come back and give you like 12 hearts on that. But in any event, yes, right? And then you also have a leg balance. Leg balance means that you have to have a certain number, your qualifying group volume has to be divided across a number of legs. You cannot just ride one person. Like if you have like Cesar Munoz below you and he's just blowing it up, you can't count all of his volume toward your rank qualification. You got to have other legs that are going. Otherwise, you're not gonna be able to qualify your ranks. Okay, so we want to make sure that people have a proper leg balance, and that they're not just sitting back while one person or two people are doing all the work for them. Now, so those are the qualifications. Now, the next section is the rewards. What do you get? You're going to get a higher and higher percentage in the dual team in terms of how you get paid. Your weekly cap in the dual team is going to increase. You're going to be able to make more and more money each week. You have the unilevel. You're going to get paid more levels down deeper into your business based on your rank. Okay. And then there's a leadership development bonus. That is really the biggest piece of the whole pie. That part right there will make millionaires. And you want to make sure that you're qualified to get paid in the leadership development bonus all the way through all 4 generations of that. And then lastly, there's the lifestyle bonus pool that you can qualify to participate in based on what rank that you're in. Okay. So I just wanted to lay the groundwork, and now let's get going with this. Okay, hold on a second. I'm gonna have to stop checking the chat because you guys are hot this morning. Oh my God, they are just crazy. Somebody said, somebody said, help your customer happily get what they want, and you will get everything you want. Boom. And then you got Lucretia saying, say it louder for the people in the back.
That was in reference to that leader comment.
Oh, that was in reference to the leader comment. The
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Way to go, Lucretia. I'm totally with you. All right. So now let's take the first rank. Now, by the way, folks, this is what you want to do. You want to make progress. You want to have a progressive mentality. You know, so for example, we have a large number of people who are at standby, right? And I want to make sure that you're not stuck on standby. Don't get stuck on standby. Now, it's okay if you got to do standby. That's all you got, and that's where you got to start. That's fine. We designed this company for everyone to have an opportunity. But just think about standby in the airport, right? Standby means you don't have a seat on the plane. Standby means you're hoping that you can get on the plane. You've gone through airport security, so you are in the deal. You're on the right side of the equation, but you're still not going anywhere yet, right? So if you're on standby, your goal should be to get from standby to coach, business first, and start climbing the ranks. And everyone wants to have a progressive mentality. You want to move along in the plan. You want to move up the ladder, okay? So what's the first rung on the ladder is director, okay? Now, how do you qualify director? Well, first thing as you look at this, and there's gonna be 3 of these, and what I'm gonna encourage you guys to do, I know you're taking screenshots, wait until the 3rd one comes up, and then you'll have a chance to get a screenshot of the whole slide, okay? You might as well just tell everybody that right up front. Okay, now, and as a matter of fact, I'll tell you when to screenshot. I'll make sure I remember to do that. Okay, so to qualify director, you cannot qualify director by having an active TSA account. This is too early in the plan for that. It comes into play later. So the way you qualify director, and this is all this plan goes into effect on, some of these go into effect on May 1st. Active boomerang customers, you got to have 5. Okay, so starting May 1st, you got to, if you want to be a director, even if you have the volume, but you don't have the active boomerang customers, you will not qualify as a director. So you got to have 5 boomerang customers that you have sent a boomerang to and they've activated it. You also need to have a total group volume of 2,500. Okay, 2,500. All right, and for the purpose of calculating ranks, group volume and dollars are the same, right? So 2,500. Okay. And then you need to have a leg balance of 50%. So what does that mean? It means that you can't count more than 1,250 points from any one leg, right? So for example, if you had, let's say Cesar Munoz on one of your legs and he had 1,000,000 points, you can only count 1,250 of those points to qualify as a director. We're not saying it, you know, you won't get paid on all those points, et cetera, but your rank is going to be limited to director because you can only, that's only one of your legs. So basically what this is saying is that if you want to be a director, you got to have 2 legs that have at least 1,250 points in them. Does that make sense to everybody? We had some people that sent customer service tickets saying, how come I'm not a director? I had 2,500 points. We looked at their business and they had, you know, 1 leg with 2,500 and they had another leg with, you know, 500. Well, you can't qualify that way. You got to have at least 1,250 and build a balanced business. Okay. Now, what do you get for achieving director? 12% in the dual team, right? So we're starting, you know, in May, we're going to introduce that and people are going to be structured. You're going to have left team and right team, and you're going to get paid 12% of the lesser leg when you are a director. Okay. Your weekly cap is $1,500. So that means that as a director, you can earn $1,500 a week or $6,000 a month in the dual team. Okay. Also, you have the unilevel. As a director, you get paid to 2 levels in the unilevel. What happened to level 1? Well, when you got started and you once you became active in your position, you activated your position with at least 200 points, which means that you did coach or hire, or you had somebody book enough travel, your customers booked enough travel for you to have 200 points. Well, then you got level 1. Now that you became a director, you get level 2. Okay. Now at the director level, you do not participate in the leadership development bonus, and you do not participate in the lifestyle bonus pool. Okay. So hopefully everybody understands that, because now we're going to continue to go up, because we don't want to park here. We want to go to senior director. Okay. So the next step after director is senior director. Now, again, senior director, you cannot qualify that by having an active TSA account. You can only qualify that by meeting the second set of qualifications, which is 5 active Boomerang customers and 5,000 total group volume with a 50% leg balance. Now, I want to see if you guys get this, right? Let me see if I can make the chat come up. What does, if you have a 5,000 point qualifier and you have to have a 50% leg balance, what does that mean? What does that mean? I want to look in the chat here, see if people got it. Exactly. You have to have at least 2 legs that have 2,500 in there. Way to go, Brenda Taylor. Fit 2 legs that have at least 2,500. What happens if you have 1 leg that's got, you know, 3,000 and 2 other legs that have 1,000, right? Can't do it yet, right? You're still not there. You're still short. So you got to have at least 2 legs that have 2,500, no more than 2,500 in each of those legs. Okay, good job, guys. You guys are getting it. Now, as a senior director, you're still getting paid 12%, but look what happened. Your weekly cap increased. Now you can earn up to $2,000 a week in the dual team. Now you can earn up to $8,000 a month. You got a $2,000 a month potential raise here, okay, for becoming a senior director. You can still get paid 2 levels on the unilevel, and you're still not in the leadership development bonus or the lifestyle bonus pool. So what do you want to do? Keep going up. Keep going up. Here we go. Now, boom. Okay, executive. That's the next level, to become an executive. And by the way, that's why we call these 3 ranks the executive ranks. Still cannot qualify with an active TSA account. You need to have 5 active Boomerang customers. Your total group volume needs to be 10,000. Your leg balance needs to be 50%. That means at least 2 legs that have 5,000 in them. Okay. It could be 4 legs with 2,500. That's fine. But it can't be, you know, if you have a leg that's got over 5,000, you can't count the excess toward your qualification. You get paid 12% in the dual team. Your weekly cap just increased to 2,500. So you can make $2,500 up to $2,500 a week in the dual team, which means now you can earn up to $10,000 a month in the dual team. Okay. I'm not saying that that's what you get paid as an executive. I'm saying that that's what you can earn. And I hope we had the disclaimer in here somewhere. That's what you can earn in the dual team as your max, your weekly and monthly cap as an executive. You get 2 levels in the unilevel, and you're still not in the leadership development bonus and the lifestyle bonus pool. This is a great time to take a screenshot, everybody. Go ahead and take a screenshot of this. The slide is complete, and we're getting ready to go to the next one. But hopefully everybody understands this, and you guys are getting this, because now what do we want to do? What do we want to do, everybody? We want to climb the ladder. We want to go to the next rank. We want to have a forward moving mentality. We want to be like a shark, right? The shark, if it's not moving, it dies, right? So you want to make sure that you keep moving, and you want to have your people. You want to help your people move. Write this down. When people join your team, you want to get them in, you want to keep them in, and you want to move them along. Write that down. I want to see this in the chat groups. Get them in, keep them in, and move them along. So you want to keep your folks moving up the ranks, help them to achieve. All right, let's go to the leadership ranks. All right, this one's going to have 3 as well, and you may want to wait until the end to grab your screenshot. Okay, so now the next rank after executive is Sapphire. This is the first leadership rank. And I want to tell you guys that Sapphire is the key to success in the whole company. Sapphire is the key to success in the entire company. All right. And man, hey, Mark, take a look at what Rob, there's a user on the Zoom. It says his name is Rob's iPad Air 2. And he just made a great summary of everything that you get for your monthly. And let's capture that, because we can share that with everybody. That's good stuff. Thank you, Rob. Okay. Now, hey, Rob, way to DTRT, brother. Okay. Now, ibüümerang leadership rank, Sapphire. Now, Sapphire is the first rank that you can qualify 2 ways. The first way you can qualify is to have 100 active TSAs. And the reason that we're doing this is so that, your business is going to go through various seasons. You're going to go through growth seasons and stability seasons, and growth seasons and stability seasons. And so we wanted to make sure, and see, this is the genius of Holton Buggs right here, Mark. He wanted to make sure that people during stability seasons aren't losing their ranks. And we want to always make sure that we're rewarding the right behavior. And so if you're a leader and you are keeping your team in the game, helping your team to stay active, we're going to reward that behavior too, because that now becomes an alternative way or a secondary way that you can qualify your rank. So as a Sapphire, you maintain 100 or more active TSAs, you can stay Sapphire. Now, the other way to do it, which is the way most folks are going to achieve Sapphire right now, because you're building your team, is to have 10 active boomerang customers yourself. Man, I'm telling you, I love it. We're creating this walk the walk, walk the talk, walk the walk mentality here. You got to have your 10 active boomerang customers yourself. Your total group volume, 15,000. 15,000. And I think we created something like, Mark, if I'm just calling the number off the top of my head, but I think it was like 40 or 50 Sapphires that first month.
Yes.
Crazy, right? And now Sapphire, you notice the leg balance changed. It's 40%, everybody. Now it's 40%. So now you're going to need, instead of having 2 legs, you're going to probably have to have 3 to get it done now. Okay. So that means that you can't have more than 40% of the 15,000 coming. You can't count more than 40% of the 15,000, sorry, from any one leg. Okay. And that's why in your dashboard, when you're looking at the rank all the way on the right side, it has a number and it has a slash and it has the number, and it shows you your 3 highest legs, your 3 biggest producing legs. And the first number is the amount of volume that they're at. It's kind of like a meter. The number on the right is the max volume that you can count for that leg, for that particular rank in that month. And the number on the left side, and I wish I had a demo for you guys, and we'll do that next time, shows you how much of that you're at, right? So for example, it might show you, for one of the other ranks, it might show you 2,500 on the right, and then it says 1,250. So it means that you're 1,250 out of 2,500, okay? And if that leg overproduces it, right? It's not going to show you anything higher than 2,500. It's going to show 2,500 out of 2,500. It doesn't mean that leg doesn't have more volume in it. It says you've now maxed out that leg for your qualification. So that's how you read that particular chart. Now, what are the benefits of becoming a Sapphire? 15% in the dual team, $3,000 a week cap. So now you can make $3, $6, $9, $12,000 a month. And now you get paid 4 levels in the unilevel. And you get paid the first generation in the leadership development pool, leadership development bonus, and you now qualify for the lifestyle bonus pool. And the lifestyle bonus pool, folks, is really cool. We're taking 10% of all the savings and just putting it in a pool. And we're not going to tell you what we're going to do with it, but let me tell you, that will be revolutionary also. All right, the next rank after Sapphire is Ruby. 200 active TSAs or 10 boomerang customers and 40,000 volume. Your leg balance is 40%. Your dual team, you're getting paid 16% now. You get the weekly cap is up to 5,000. So now you can make up to $20,000 a month. You get 5 levels in the unilevel and 2 generations in the leadership development bonus, and you qualify for the lifestyle bonus pool. Emerald, take your screenshot. Emerald, 400 active TSAs, 10 boomerang customers, 80,000 points. Now you see it's it's getting up there. It's growing, right? 40% leg balance. We're still in that group right now. And then you have your dual team, 17% is what you get paid on the lesser leg. Your weekly cap is now $10,000. That means as an Emerald, you can earn up to $40,000 a month. You're getting paid 6 levels in the unilevel. You're getting paid 3 generations in the leadership development bonus, and you qualify for the lifestyle bonus pool. Okay, so you can see how it progresses. It's okay if you don't understand all this now. All you need to understand is the next one, right? You can even, as a matter of fact, I want everybody to write that. All I need to understand is the next one, because when you get that one, you will understand the one that comes after it. Okay, so wherever you are. And that's if someone's asking, are those active TSAs personal or in the group? They're in the group, okay? And the leg balance applies to the active TSAs also, okay? So I just want you guys to know that. It's a great question, all right? All you need to understand is the next one. So let's go to the next one after Emerald. Now you get into the diamond ranks. You guys ready? Here we go, diamond ranks. There's gonna be 4 of these, so you may wanna wait until I tell you again to get your screenshot. So diamond, active TSAs, 1,000 active TSAs. Again, that 30% leg balance applies to that as well. 20 active boomerang customers. So now you do more. We expect more of you. To become a diamond, you got to believe it bigger than other folks. You got to have 20 active boomerang customers of your own. Okay. Your group volume is 200,000. Now the leg balance is 30%. Okay, so now you're going to need at least 4 legs to make it to diamond that are going. And this is why this plan is going to reward you for going wide and enrolling lots of people and helping them to win. Your dual team, you're getting paid 18% now. Your weekly cap is up to $20,000. So now you can earn up to $80,000 a month in the dual team. Unilevel, you get all 7 levels now. You get all 4 generations of the leadership development bonus, and you're in the lifestyle bonus pool. Next after that is Blue Diamond, 2,500 active TSAs or 20 active customers, 500,000 in total group volume. The leg balance of 30% applies to the group volume and the active TSA count. The rewards for Blue Diamond are 19% payout in the dual team, $30,000 a week cap. So now you can earn up to $120,000 a month in the dual team. You get all 7 levels of the unilevel. You get the whole leadership development bonus, all 4 generations, and you're in the pool. All right, Black Diamond. And guess what? We have all of these already, Mark. We got diamonds, blue diamonds, and black diamonds already. 5,000 active TSAs or 20 customers, $1 million in group volume. 30% leg balance applies to both the volume or the active TSA count. You get 20. Now you're maxing out the dual team at Black Diamond, 20% payout. This is now, folks, I want to stop here for a second because you know how we've been saying if you do first class during the pre-launch, we have a limited founders opportunity where we're grandfathering you at 20% in the dual team for your entire first year, regardless of what level you hit. Just think, the people who don't do first class, in order to get to 20%, they have to go Black Diamond. Hopefully that opens up some eyes right now and you can get people to upgrade, make them appreciate this. This is where exactly, Elaine O'Neill just said it on the Facebook. This is where the founders cash out, the people who do first class right now before May 1st. The people who do first class, guess what? This is where you're winning. Because if you don't, in order to get to 20%, you have to go to Black Diamond. Or you can do our founders promotion and become a first class right now. And for your entire first year, while you work on becoming a Black Diamond, you can get paid in the dual team at that same percentage, right? The Black Diamond weekly cap is $50,000 a week. So now you can earn up to $200,000 a month in the dual team, okay? And you've got all levels of the unilevel, all 4 generations of the leadership development bonus and the lifestyle bonus pool. Okay, cool. I've even got people WhatsApping me, get them in, keep them in, move them along. I love it. Way to go, Corey. All right, next, Presidential Diamond. Guess what? We've got one of those too. All in the first month. Would you believe, folks, we got people who went all the way up to Presidential Diamond? I love it. All right, 10,000 active TSAs or 20 active customers, 2 million points of group volume, 30% leg rule applies to both the volume or the active TSA count, 20% in the dual team, $100,000 a week cap in the dual team. So now you can earn up to $400,000 a month in the dual team. You can get all the levels of the unilevel, all the generations of the leadership development bonus, and the lifestyle bonus pool. Let me tell you, folks, this is why some folks are going to make some serious money in iboomerang. Now, after that, I'm sorry, go ahead and get your screenshot. Everybody get their screenshots? Screenshot them. Way to go, Linda. In Facebook, she said, boom, boom, boom. Do founders now and get the Black Diamond dual team percentage. I'm so happy to be a founder. Love it. All right. Okay. Now, iboomerang crown ranks. This is the last group here. There's 3. So save your screenshot till you see the third one come up. Crown Diamond. I can't wait till we have our first Crown Diamond. That's coming soon. I'm sure of it. Active TSAs, 25,000 or 20 boomerang customers, 5 million group volume, and now you're in 20% leg balance territory. What does that mean? I want to see if somebody in the Zoom chat can figure that one out. If you got to have a 20% leg balance, how many legs do you have to have in order to qualify Crown Diamond? Let's see. Somebody said Amy Seaver, because she's going to be one of our first ones. I know it. She said you got to have at least 5 legs. Way to go, Amy, and everybody else who said 5. So you got to have at least 5 legs. Now, here are the benefits. You're already at 20%, but now your weekly cap just went to $150,000 a week. So you can earn up to $600,000 in the dual team a month. You got all the levels of the unilevel, all the generations of the leadership development bonus, and the lifestyle bonus pool. After Crown is Double Crown. 35,000 active TSAs or 20 active boomerang customers personal, 7 million in group volume, 20% leg balance. The dual team, you're at 20%. Your weekly cap just went to 200,000. So now you can earn up to $800,000 a month in the dual team. 7 levels unilevel, 4 generations in the leadership development bonus and the lifestyle bonus pool. Lastly, but not leastly, the Triple Crown Diamond rank. And I'm going to tell you, at these ranks, we're going to celebrate you like you've never been celebrated before. Your lifestyle will be amazing. Your family will be set for generations, because we're going to also, not only we're going to show you how to make lots of money here, but we're going to show you how to be good right? A lot of other companies out there, they're flashing the Lambos and the yachts and the big houses. Well, you know what? We'll have those too, but the folks in our company who have those will be debt free. Hashtag just different, okay? So 50,000 active TSAs, 20 customers, 10 million volume, 20% leg balance, 20% in the dual team. Weekly cap is $250,000 a week. That means you can earn up to $1 million a month in the dual team. Plus you have the full unilevel leadership development bonus and you're in the lifestyle bonus pool. So take your screenshot, folks. Those are the ranks. That's the ladder, right? And again, I know some of you guys, as we got going, we lost a few people. It's okay, because which one do you need to understand? The next one, right? So for so many, the next one is director. If you understood director, let's get you to director. Then we work on senior director. And then we work on executive. And then from there, we work on sapphire, just one at a time, right? You don't have to do them all at once. You don't have to go diamond in your first month, like Cesar. You just have to make progress through the ranks, and don't get stuck. And definitely don't get stuck on standby. All right. All right. Now, here we go. How do you climb the ladder? Someone said, how do I do it? Quick recap. Holton taught us this last week. The 2020 plan sets you up for long-term success. It builds a foundation for diamond and for your long-term residual income. It helps you to create your very own duplication nation. This is proven. I'm just going to tell you, it's proven like grandma's chocolate cake recipe. It just works. And it works because you're putting the law of numbers and the law of averages on your side. You're not going to win with one person. You're not going to win with two people. But if you do the 2020 plan and you do it over and over again, you will succeed. So what do you want to do? First 60 days, you want to get to work. Work. You know, Mark, that's the 4-letter word of network marketing. Work. That's why we call it network marketing, not work marketing, something like that. But in any event, so in your first 60 days, you want to sponsor 12 people. Now, if you can do it, the faster you do it, the better your results. If you can do it in your first 30 days, even better. If you can do it in your first 2 weeks, phenomenal. If you can do it in your first week, fantabulous, okay? But this is going to get you to sapphire, okay? So, and it's funny because the team in France, they duplicated this training in French so that Holton could train it. But what they did is every place that said TSA, they changed it to first class, right? Because you really do want to build a first class culture on your team. But this sets you up to earn your first $2,000 to $5,000 a month. Your next job, whether this is your next 60 days, it could be your next 30 days, it could be your next 2 weeks, depending on how fast you can run, okay? Sponsor 12 more. You see, we never get stuck. We don't stop. We keep moving. We're like that shark. You know why sharks die if they stop swimming? They don't have a swim bladder. There's a lot of fish that they can just stay still in the tank and they'll be fine. But a shark doesn't have that thing that allows you to stay still, which is called a swim bladder. So if a shark stays still, they die. If you stay still, your business dies. So keep moving, okay? So you sponsor 12 more. This is going to get you, maybe ruby or even as much as emerald. You're going to make up to $4,000 to $15,000 a month in those ranks. That's what typically goes along with that. Okay, so you want to do that. So this, like I said, this could be your second 60 days, or maybe it's 30, or maybe it's your second 2 weeks, but you want to go ahead and press it. Okay, now the last part of the plan, the third part of the plan, gets you into the diamond ranks. You're going to sponsor 16 more people. Okay, all right, and so now this is going to get you to diamond or higher, $15,000 to $20,000 a month. And you know what? Each successive part is easier than the first part, because the first part creates victory. You've done it. You've proven to yourself that it works. And then after that, it just gets easier and easier and easier. It's like riding a bicycle. You're pedaling, you've got balance, you've got speed, and now you don't even have to think about, riding. It's just happening. Now, here's what you can expect to happen. This is very important. When you sponsor 20 people, people are going to do different things. You're going to have 6 to 8 of the 20 that are going to quit. Yeah, we said it. We just let you know right now. Some folks quit. Believe it or not, Mark, it's it blows my mind every day. Here we are 6 weeks in, we already have people quitting, right? But I really shouldn't be amazed by that because that's what quitters do, right? They quit. And they couldn't be quitters if they weren't starters at first, because then they would never have anything to quit. So I guess they did have to sign up so that they could quit. I guess that's what they had to do. But you know what? Why do people quit? Jim Rohn, who is one of the greatest, motivators and just teachers in the network marketing industry, he said this about trying to figure out why people quit. He said, and I want everybody to listen, I wouldn't take that class. He goes, I wouldn't take that class. I wouldn't waste any time trying to figure out why people quit. They quit because they quit. All right. Now you're going to have another 6 to 8 that are going to incubate. What are the incubators doing? You can see that person just sitting on the chair. They're just kind of watching, right? They just kind of want to see how it goes. They may get engaged at some point in time. They may quit at some point in time. The one thing you cannot do with the incubators is you cannot push them. Once you find out that a person is incubating, all you do is show them love. All you do is keep giving them the information, making sure they know when the meetings are, make sure they know when the trainings are, let them do what they're going to do. One day they may flame on, and one day they may leave. It's just totally up to them. But here's who you are looking for. You are looking for the 6 to 8 that are going to build it big. And these 6 to 8 will build it big even if you quit. That's who you want, right? Now, here's the thing. It would be great if we could identify those people right out of the gates, but you know what they look like? They look like everybody else. You can't tell. You can't look at the crowd and say, oh, that's the next Cesar Munoz, or that's the next Sam and Kim Bean. You can't do it. So what do you have to do? You have to sponsor 20 and let people show you who they are. So this is what's going to happen. We told you up front. We told you up front what's going to happen. Don't be amazed. Don't be marveled when some quit. Don't be marveling and amazed when some incubate. This is what's going to happen. This is a science. Holton taught us this, and it's amazing. It's true. Okay? So here we go. So now this 2020.
Hey, Greg.
Yes, sir.
Real quick. Somebody over here on the Zoom chat said they won't quit that full-time job that's not paying enough, though.
Nah, they won't. They won't. It's remarkable. They quit, and where do they go back to? That full-time job or whatever, that circumstance that's not giving them what they really want out of life. And you know how we know that whatever it is that they're doing isn't giving them what they want out of life? Because they joined ibüümerang in the first place. If they were completely satisfied and had everything that they want and living the life of their dreams, they wouldn't join, right? So the fact that they join means that there's still a void that needs to be filled. And it's sad that they walk away from their opportunity. But anyway, enough on them. Again, let's not take that class. So 2020 plan will yield 12 to 16 growing and developing legs of business. Do you understand that? Think about the power of that statement. 12 to 16 growing and developing legs of business mean you don't even have to worry about the leg balance. I want to let that sink in. You build enough legs. See, write this down, everybody. You guys ready? Write this down. Don't ever let your minimums be your maximums. The comp plan said you need at least 2 legs. Don't build 2. The comp plan says you need at least 5 legs. Don't build 5. Holton is teaching us here, build 12 to 16. And you'll never have to worry about the leg balance. You'll have the perfect foundation for diamond. And guess what else happens? If you have 12 to 16 rocking legs of business, in those 12 to 16, 3 or 4 will be absolute superstars, megastars, rock stars that you just kind of wind them up and watch them go. But how do you get there? You got to do 2020. All right. So in any event, Mark, that's it for me. I know I went a little over. I had to kind of slow down and go through the ranks to make sure everybody got it. But back to you, my friend.
Wow. All right. That was excellent. T. Gray, man, you are the VP of everything, as they say. I can't start my video. That's okay. But you are the VP of, maybe you can start it for me.
Yeah.
You are the VP of everything. And I so appreciate you. In my career, I've worked with lots of VPs of operations. I've worked with chief operating officers, and T. Gray is by far and above and beyond anybody that I've ever worked with. And I'm talking about not just in the network marketing industry, I'm talking about the corporate world as well. And, you know, T. Gray actually, he came up in the corporate industry and was number 26 in a startup. And that company just grew and expanded to thousands around the world. And he became an executive VP there. And, you know, and it's not surprising. So, and T. Gray, I know that you have, you know, countless hours, lots of behind the scenes heroics, and you keep a smile on your face the whole time. And that's what I love about you, brother. I love that you are the way you are. And the other thing I'll say is this: smart as heck. Just sharp.
Mark, I already gave you the $25 from yesterday.
Okay. All right. Oh, okay. So that's good. We're even now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Good deal. Okay.
I love you, brother. You know I do, man. You're so good for my psyche every single day.
All right. So,
do it, bro.
The CEO landed in Europe yesterday. Yesterday? Oh, heck, I don't know what day it is. But he's in Barcelona. I think they're kicking off here just very briefly. I know that they're going to get going. And today is 4/20. Let's not get into what that means. So, Barcelona today. He's going to Paris. And then he'll be going to London. And if you guys want all the information on this, check Facebook, because I make sure that Facebook is the most up-to-date place for us. We will be getting an events page put together. But right now, you go to the events page on our website, and it points you over to Facebook. So you want information, go check Facebook, and that's where you're going to get the most up-to-date information. And we've got all kinds of people going all over the place. I just take care of the corporate side, okay, and just make sure that we got the corporate update going. But we'll make sure that you know, if there's other events too, check with your upline leaders, check with your leaders, and make sure that you've got their schedules and that you're packing these events out. You know, interesting because you know, I'm watching what's happening with Cesar, for instance. I don't post any of Cesar's events on Facebook, on our events page, but look at his events. They are packed out. Edwin Haynes, anywhere he goes, our global master ambassador, packed out. What is it? Daniel and Talita Camaro, packed out. So all of these guys are just rocking and rolling. I know Emmanuel. I know Tanya, Mizelle Joseph. Incredible. So they are leaders in their own right, and they can just pack it out on their own. So just watch Facebook. And I do know this too, and I want to say this, and this is a corporate event. Cinco de Cuatro. We are going to be launching Mexico as well as Latin America, Central America at at Cuatro de Mayo down in, what is it? It's in Pachuca. And Cesar is going to be one of the main folks that's going to be hosting that event down there, along with Rodrigo and many others. So make sure that if you are anywhere in that area during that period of time, that you're down there. Okay, so last thing. You're going to have to move the slide for me.
Boom!
We said we were going to raise the price. It happened. A bunch of you were able to get in there and get it at the lower price at the $149. Full price is going to be $250. I do not know how long it's going to stay at $179.99, but this is the event of all events. We've got an arena. We've got an arena that literally seats thousands and thousands of people, but it's not going to be big enough, I don't think, because it is going to, by the time we get to August, we're going to have so many TSAs. And you know, the interesting trend is this. that there are more customers than TSAs. And that trend isn't slowing down at all. And you had mentioned it earlier, T. Gray. Holton said to us that the travel company who supports us with the iGo technology called Holton up and said, you guys are killing it. What are you doing? So incredible. So that's going to keep going. So ladies and gentlemen, let's hear Dr. Latrice got my ticket at $149. Good for you, Dr. Latrice, because we knew we gave you fair warning. So we're giving you fair warning now. It's not going to be at $179 for long. The price will go up again. So yeah, pays to move early. You are correct. First mover's advantage. So you guys are going to want to be in Vegas. Now, I know that a lot of you guys came to the Founders Party and came to the Havana Nights Party and the Cirque Party and then hit the event. And we had only planned for 400 to be at the event up there in the Woodlands, and almost 2,000 people showed up. So don't wait. It will sell out, this event in Vegas. So man, and let me tell you something. The parties, Earlene has already started. Oh yeah, man, I'll tell you. We
set the standard in Houston,
and we're leveling up.
We will level up. Exactly.
And I know that she's also going to be hosting a woman's event. Mm-hmm. So you've got to be in Vegas for that. I don't know if you guys have seen some of the women's events that she puts on, but I want to be at these women's events. These women's events are awesome. So anyways, I can't, but anyways, we'll leave that for another conversation at another time. T. Gray, anything to close us out?
I love Keisha Monk on Facebook. She says she is booked. She's got her ticket, her hotel, her air. She is all set.
Wow.
So I'm just going to tell you folks, I mean, early bird always gets the worm, and by the way, folks, I just want to challenge you to be creative, right? Don't let little things stop you. I know some of you guys, or many of you are working full-time jobs, and maybe you're in a situation where, because that's Labor Day weekend, somebody else already got Friday off and you're going to have to work. Hey, listen, that's not a reason to miss the event. Here's what you do. You get your ticket, you book your hotel and your air, and you go to work that day with your bags packed. And as soon as you get off, you run straight to the airport and you get on your flight and you meet us out there for Friday night and Saturday, right? But do not miss this event. Don't miss it. I just want to encourage you guys, because when you see it, Lord, you are going to be mind blown. And if you're hearing about it on the Saturday training after the event and watching the videos, and you are in a position where maybe with a little bit of stretching, you could have been there, you're going to be sick, right? You want to create a culture in your business and in your team where events are everything. Events are like air. Okay. If we're doing an event, you want to be there because you want to get in the energy. You want to get in the fire. Remember, a few trainings ago, I talked about the lion and the gazelle and which gazelles get eaten. The gazelles that get eaten are the ones that are out on the edge of the pack. They're off by themselves. They're not in the middle. They're not in the mix. They're not at the events. And you know why the lion doesn't even try to get the ones in the middle, because there's just so many hooves in there that he could get trampled or she could get trampled. So they go for the easy pickings. Don't be easy pickings. Go to the event. Get your ticket. Boom.
And not only that, get your ticket, and then you're going to want to get tickets for how big your team is going to be, because some people are going to say, man, they're going to get in like a month, and they're going to say, I have to now pay this price? And you could have got my ticket at $179.99. So go ahead and get some additional tickets for your team that you are going to have. It's nice for somebody to say, hey, you know what? I knew that you were going to be on my team. I already got your ticket secured. You don't have to pay the higher price. I got you covered. So go ahead and do that as well. All right. I think that's it. I think this might be a wrap.
I think we need to wrap it here. I think it's been a fantastic training. I had a lot of fun. I'm looking at the chat groups, and Bridget said she's being stretched, but she's excited about it. And hopefully that's what you're feeling, folks. You're being stretched. We're taking you into new territories. I tell you right now, when I met Holton in 2004, Mark, He took me all the way out of my comfort zone. I remember, I don't know if he did you like this, but what he said to me was, he goes, okay, if you want me to show you how to be successful, you got to do everything that I tell you to do. He goes, and let me just make you comfortable about this. He said, Holton said, I won't ask you to do anything illegal. I won't ask you to do anything unethical. And I won't ask you to do anything fattening. And I've taken care of fattening on my own. And so he said, if I take those 3 things off the table, will you do whatever I tell you to do? He literally said that, I promise you, right? Nothing illegal, nothing unethical, nothing fattening. And I said, okay, great, I'll do whatever you tell me to do. And then next thing he said is, okay, great, get 25 people on a conference call in 2 hours. And so that was the nature of our relationship. And every step of the way, Bridget, he stretched me, and he stretched me all the way to being the number 7 money earner in that company. And I'm here to tell you that, folks, if you let us stretch you, Mark and I are HB proteges, right? Edwin Haynes, HB protege, all these diamonds, you know, all we did, every last one, the guys and the girls, every last one of us have submitted, taken our ego, put it to the side and said, show us the way. And we follow the instructions to the letter. And so I just want to challenge you guys, follow these instructions. You're doing great. Happy Good Friday yesterday. Happy Easter weekend this weekend. And let's go ahead and make it big. And we'll see you guys on the beaches of the world.
Love you guys.